Greetings, BUSN 1360 Software Applications for Business Students. This is Dr. McGrory again, and I wanted just to talk to you about our class schedule so that you'll be prepared as we start this semester and that you'll be on track throughout the entire semester. So this is for the spring 2022 semester and specifically for the online section L01. So I'm going to attach this to an email that I send you, and this document will always be available to you in our course in PAUSE. And it's important that you reference it frequently. To begin, I have just a couple FAQs, right? Answers to frequently asked questions. And one of them is, basically, do I use this schedule? Yes, I keep this schedule handy and I look at it actually a couple times a week for all my classes so that I know what's coming up and what has just been completed, what grades, that type of thing. So this schedule is really a roadmap for success. It's going to keep you on pace, make sure you finish, on time, and that you're gathering all the points along the way that you can. Now, do we meet? No, this is an online class, but I follow a weekly schedule because there's a lot of research that frankly says that if you kind of pretend that you have a class meeting coming up and you plan to get your assignments done prior to that, that you fall into a rhythm of success. And that's what we want. The class is not self-paced. I'm on bullet item number 3 here. The class is not self-paced. So you want to plan for those due dates. In the business world, many of you, maybe most of you are working. We all, myself included, we have to meet due dates that our boss sets out for us. And so we have due dates as part of this course as well. It's part of the business practice. But the good news is, follow the schedule, you're going to finish everything on time, all right? Now I'm going to go down a little bit further here. I do reserve the right to change the schedule, but it really does not happen unless something huge. I think one semester we had like power outage, throughout the city for about a week. Yeah, that could impact the schedule, but if something happens, I will email you, I'll post it in PAUSE. I will do whatever I can to try to get that information to you, okay? Make sure you're reading those emails because that's where the important information comes. The students will say, oh yeah, I see that you email, I don't read them. And I'm thinking, yes, but you're asking me a question that has been in multiple emails, right? So I'm going to be reaching out to you. Make sure you get that important information. Speaking of important information, 3 important websites. One that we're going to use is PAUSE. You may be familiar with that. And notice I just put the link here so you can go straight to it. elearn.southwest.tn.edu. Different ways to go to that one. Maybe you log into My Southwest and you click the icon to go into PAUSE. If My Southwest is down, you can just go straight to eLearn, log in from there. Anyway, so that's a quick link. Do you need the Microsoft Office 2019 software? Now, when we say Office 2019, that's the name for what they call a suite of software. In other words, a package, a bundle of software that includes Word and PowerPoint and Excel, things like that. If you do, that's the website. You log in with your Southwest username and password. You can install it. You can download and install it for free. I covered that in the syllabus video, so I'm just going to move through that. My IT Lab. Notice this website. Now, Pearson tends to refer to it, they rebranded to say My Lab IT, but the website remains the same, which is myitlab.com. Right now, I'm going to do another video that tells you the steps if you, for creating your username and password into that. Now, when you enrolled in the class, remember that you purchased your course materials as part of that enrollment process. You were charged a fee that applies to your username and password into My IT Lab. The access code that you need will be given to you. I don't have it. It's going to be given to you when you follow the steps that you're going to receive in an email from Brightwave Redshelf. Now, I am going to do a separate video on that, so just again, I'm making note of that, and as I discussed also in the syllabus, so let me continue on. Now, I'm reaching out to you a couple days before our semester begins. None of this course material will be available to you until the semester begins, and that's going to be on Tuesday, January the 18th. So just a few days. Here's the good news. If you're going through your syllabus right now and you're going through this class schedule, you're going to be prepared, you're going to be calm, cool, collected as you enter into the semester, and you're going to be ready. You're going to be prepared. That's important. So here we go on to the next page. So we're going to start with the syllabus. Well, I'm emailing you the syllabus along with a video that reviews it. I'm now emailing you the schedule also with this video. We're going to talk about it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to tell you about the My IT Lab registration process in a separate video. Okay, but you're going to be prepared. So you see how you're checking off things so that you don't have to be overwhelmed in that first week of classes. Now, what are we going to do? Well, our first 4 chapters, as you're going to see in this schedule, are going to be with Microsoft Word. Then we'll move into Excel, then we'll move into PowerPoint. So what do we need to do? Well, you're going to have to get into My IT Lab. So we have some immediate due dates. Look at this. In our first week, and I'm pretending that we have class every Wednesday. Now we never meet, but let's just say, but you can get into this on Tuesday. On Tuesday, that's when all your materials are available. Let me scroll back down. All right, so what do we need to do just right away? Well, on Tuesday, you could log into Pause Quiz, and collect the most easy peasy points that you'll ever collect in the easiest of all quizzes. Because this is an attendance quiz that is the equivalent of saying, I'm here, right? The teacher calls your roll in a regular class and you go here. That's what this quiz is. It helps me with reporting to the college that you are attending. So you're going to want to go into Pause, answer that quiz. Another Pause item, you are going to want to post your introduction. Folks, you are business professionals. I am a business professional. And when we have meetings, we start out by introducing ourselves. All the team members say, this is who I am. This is, I'm pursuing this degree, that type of thing. So you're going to want to go in. Another opportunity for you to gain some easy peasy points. And those were outlined in the syllabus. Now you'll notice that those two things specifically say pause. Right? So the key, I'm going to tell you a trick in regards to Pause. When you log into Pause, go into our class and click Content. When you click, I'm doing this because it's across the top. When you click that content link, you're going to see everything neatly organized. It starts with getting started, and it says here's assignments that you have to do. And even for chapter 1, it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do. Each chapter is going to be outlined there. So if you open Pause each week, you can check the schedule is in Pause. You can look at that, and you'll know exactly what you need to do, and you'll have all the instructions that you need, including the instructions, very detailed instructions that you're going to need to register into My IT Lab. You're going to start out looking in your Southwest email for an email from Brightwave Red Shelf. You're going to find that email, and you're going to go through the registration steps in that email. Now, why are you doing this for Brightwave Red Shelf? They're going to tell you it's for your book. But the way that you're going to find most practical to use your book is going to be through My IT Lab. So why are you going through this Brightwave Red Shelf? Because that's where you're going to be given the access code to pay for your My IT Lab username. So you've already paid for that code, and when you find that email, go to your Southwest email, look for the email from Brightwave Red Shelf. When you log in, create your username and all, log in, you're going to get that code. Then you're going to use that code to create your My IT username. I'm going to do a separate video on that, but those instructions are in Pause. Log into Pause. What do we say about Pause? We've got to do an attendance quiz in Pause right away before Saturday, January 22nd. Why wait until Saturday? You're going to have access to this as of January 18th. So as soon as you can, as soon as the semester starts, log into Pause, go to Content, go to the Getting Started materials, and you're going to see a link for this quiz. You're going to see a link for this discussion posting, and you're going to see detailed instructions to create your username. So boom, 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 you can do all those things pretty quickly. Now, why do you want to do those pretty quickly if you have until Saturday? Because you want to give yourself time to continue on into these 4 required assignments for Chapter 1. When are those due? Those are going to be due Tuesday, January 25th. Things, as often as I can, I have them due on Tuesday, but you do have some early due dates. You're going to do 2 simulators. One of these simulators is going to tell you some great stuff about using Windows 10, right? Even though Windows 11 is out right now, there's a lot of similarity. So you're going to learn some things, and the skills are definitely going to carry, okay? You're going to do a Word 1 simulator. Now, the cool thing about simulations or simulators is that you're in your web browser, and it's like it's pretend computer, right? You're not affecting your computer. You are clicking on things inside the simulator. It'll say, open this file. And you're going to say, but I don't have that file. Nobody ever gave me this file, because it's in the simulator. Tell you another cool thing about the simulation. If you don't know how to do something, you say, it's telling me to open a file. I don't know where that file is. You're going to use the learning aids inside the simulation, and it will show you step by step. It'll even guide you. It'll draw a little dotted line around something, and it'll say, click here, and you'll click there. And it'll tell you each step, and then you get to do it yourself. So it's going to lead you. It's to support your success. You're going to love these simulations. You're going to take a quiz, got to do that, and you're going to complete a grader. Now, a grader is where you are going to work on your computer. You're going to open up, let's say, a Word document. You're going to have some instructions to follow, and it's going to, let's just say, tell you to save the document with a certain name. It's going to tell you to select a word and to bold that word, and that's what you're going to do. And if you don't know how to do it, you've got your ebook, right? But you're going to learn everything that you need from these simulations and from your book, from the videos and interactivity things that are in your book. So what we're talking about is just, when do you have to have it done? By Tuesday, January 25th. So this is your first week, and you can see you kind of want to hit the ground running. You want to collect those easy peasy attendance points. You want to introduce yourself. You want to create your MyIT username, and then you want to continue and start into your assignments and give yourself time to do these assignments. Don't wait until Tuesday to begin, because if you run into troubles, then you're going to end up in kind of that late category where you're losing some points. So this schedule is going to keep you prepared so that you don't need to wait. You know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You can plan around your work schedule, your family schedule, because you've got everything laid out here. Now, I'm just going to look ahead, a couple weeks here. Let's see. How about Word Chapter 2? That's what we're going to do in the second week. You have one more of those attendance quizzes. Now remember, we only have 3 total, and it's each week. And when is it due? Saturday. That'll take you seconds to complete. So as soon as that becomes available, you're going to go in, during the second week of class, you're going to complete that quiz. What else are you going to do? Well, you're going to start your Chapter 2 assignments. Once again, you have a simulator for Windows 10. Once again, you have a simulator for Word, right? Because you're adding to your knowledge. You got a little quiz, and then you're going to have to do another, project. These graders are, in essence, projects that you're going to complete, or cases. It's a business problem that, something that you're going to have to do in business to address a business situation. So you're going to go through and complete those steps. You know what the cool thing is about the graders? You're going to upload that document into MyIT Lab. Immediately it's going to tell you, what did you get right, what did you get wrong. In the old days, and I've been teaching since the old days, in the old days, you would have to submit your work, you'd have to wait for me to grade it, Then I have to get back to you. Then you have to, try to say, oh, has she graded it yet? Has she graded it yet? Then you're going to look at that feedback and then kind of try to fix problems. Well, now, if you submit your grader document at 2 o'clock in the morning, it tells you, you missed this item. You go and fix it, upload it again. Isn't that great? So you get immediate feedback really from all of these assignments, okay? And support, like I said, the simulations guide you through. All right, so you can see now here in week 3, this is our last attendance quiz. So don't miss out on these easy peasy points. Make sure you're doing that. And then you're completing, again, your Word assignments for chapter 3 and doing your simulation. Now, as we look ahead, it's a little routine, no more of those attendance quizzes, but we will have in week 5 something that's a little bit different. It's a grader project, but instead of covering just one chapter, it will use skills that you've learned from chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's a 2-part, and it includes a quiz. So you'll see this coming, and there's going to be a lot of details in the syllabus. Make sure you're looking at that. And look at this, on the schedule, I've included a link to a video that is going to help you with these graders to help you understand, right? And why do you want to follow this schedule? Can't you just look in My IT Lab and always find everything there? You will miss, some features, some benefits to you. You might miss out on this pause discussion if you're not following the schedule. And this is an opportunity for you to earn some bonus points. So make sure you're following this schedule. Now, I'm going to scroll down. Don't get dizzy or seasick, but I want you just to see that each week, we have a kind of a start of class and we're saying, okay, the focus for this week is these assignments and this is your due date. And this does allow you to look ahead, to know what's coming, to be able to work towards completing these assignments on time, okay? In advance. The best thing to do is don't fall into the trap of going up until the last minute when you can't get any help and then the assignment is unfortunately late. So instead, plan your time. I like to say business runs on time, and so do we, right? So do both of us. You'll see spring break coming. Just all sorts of assignments. Look at this. Here's an important caution. You're going to have 2 chapters due in April. So you want to be aware of that, and this schedule is going to help make sure that you're aware of that. You're going to have a study tool. This is not in My IT Lab, so you need to be aware of that. You need to be following the schedule, right? All kinds of this. What about late work? What about this SLO test? This is not in my lab. So if you're not following the schedule, you might lose. That's a lot of points. That's 45 points. So you don't want to miss out on that. Just keep, when is late work going to open up? This is all in your schedule. Look at this, right? So this is all in your schedule. Keep it in front of you. I reference it frequently, and I hope it's helpful to you. Thanks, folks. We'll talk to you more in one more video in regards to My IT Lab. Thanks.